What's up, Springfield Nation? YSNLive.com. Steve Leslie. Player profile, Springfield Nation. Playoff style. That's right. Playoffs. Week 7. They're going to have a bye, but we're in the playoff mode with the Springfield Tigers. Player profile is sponsored by WRS Insurance Solutions, and we thank them for all they do and their sponsorship for Springfield football all season long. But proud to be joined by senior center defensive tackle Brady Brungard. First of all, Brady, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, so we're going to jump in. I talked with Brady off air. We're going to jump in. I'm excited to do some linemen. That's how I'm going to start with this with you. You know what? Here's what I know about this football team, and we'll get into it a little more, but this is how I'll start. I'm so impressed with you guys as a football team, but I'm just going to say it. Bo is a great quarterback. There's no question. Your receivers, you can score at will. But why I think this team, I'm going to say it, is going to win a state championship is because you guys could line up and run the football with a good offensive line and 2 very good running backs. So take us from there. Throw some of your linemen some love. Talk about that group a little bit as we get started.
Well, Coach said it during preseason interviews and a bunch of stuff. We were a little shaky, losing 3 starters. It's you never know what to expect, but we had a bunch of guys step in. Michael Wagner's a senior at left guard. AJ Stallsmith's a junior at right guard, and then the other person who's going to be interviewed, Colson Cortez, at right tackle, and they've all really stepped up and played really well for us.
How is that for you, Brady? There's no doubt you're the leader. You're a senior. You're a leader. You're the center. Do they lean on the newcomers lean on you a little bit early? It had to be a good feeling for you to be a captain and be able to help them learn as this season continued on.
Yeah, I would say that at the beginning, it took them a little bit to process everything because it can be confusing at times. But they kind of leaned on me to help them know what to do. But at this point, they got it down, and I got no worries. I got all faith in them.
Just play. Well, we're with Brady Brungard, Springfield local player profile, sponsored by WRS Insurance Solutions. Proud to be one of our sponsors for Springfield Nation. We'll have their playoff run on YSN Live, all the playoff run, hopefully through a state championship title. But as we start with you, talk about your family a little bit. You have a brother playing. Your dad is one of my favorite people, not only as a coach, but the things he did at Youngstown State, the things he did at Poland. So here's your chance, man. Shout out to the Brungard family. Mom does not get enough credit. So
no, she doesn't.
About that your family a little bit before we get into some football.
Well, everyone knows what my dad did at YSU and all the national titles he won. But older brother Brandon, he was a quarterback. He graduated my sophomore year, was his senior year, so he was good. And then now we got Bo, who is I think a little more explosive than Brandon was. But yeah, it's neat getting to play with, going to practice every day with my brother and my dad there, and then getting to play on Friday nights. It's just a special experience that not everyone gets to.
No, and that's great, Brady. That's a great feeling. How is mom with all this? I mean, like mom on game night for most families. Family gets to go watch the game tonight. Mom's going. Dad's on the field. Our 2 boys are on the field. What's mom's game night like for mom?
Well, I think she's a little nervous, but she knows what we can do and what we're gonna go out there and do. But she'll watch Bo on offense, and then when Bo's not in, she'll watch me, and then
better be watching.
She's not she's not worried about Dad, but yeah.
Well, now your mom's a fantastic person and has watched many football games with many talented people. So before we get going again, hats off to the Brungard family. Mark is a fantastic football coach. I know Coach Guerriero. Your football staff at Springfield Local is guys that I know you guys as a group have a lot of confidence in as a football staff.
Yeah, we're blessed with some great coaches.
All right, so let's dive into that. How do you need it to snap the ball to your brother?
It's It's a neat
Describe that.
experience.
Right. Describe
Um,
for people.
Sometimes it's weird. Like I remember against who was it? I think it was against McDonald. We had bad snap, and Bo ended up picking it up and running for like 30 yards, and just saying he made me look good and stuff like that. But it's it's an awesome experience that everyone gets to
Sure.
experience. So.
Is there a lot of conversation, Brady, throughout a game? Is there a lot of conversation between the two of you, or is it pretty much football and business, and that's about it?
It's mainly just football and business. I mean, we don't communicate that much
Right.
with each other during the game. So
That's all it takes. We're with Brady
yeah.
Brungard, senior player profile, Springfield Nation. You got yourselves a good one here. My man is the leader of one of the best offensive lines. We've had that talk, Brady, at the studio. Which offenses are better? This offense gets a lot of high rating. But the thing I want to talk to you about, this senior group, I had Lucas on right before you. You guys have played with one another, he said, forever.
Yeah.
How close is this group? Because as I watch games on Friday night, I watch your game. I pick your game because I want to watch, obviously, this team play. This senior group looks really close knit. How close are you guys?
Yeah, I would say not even just from a senior group standpoint, but from an entire team standpoint, we're all very close. Even, throughout summer, even not getting to go to camp and not being able to be in the locker room and goof around with each other, we still, as a team, just grew very close. And, our senior group, we've been together since playing in fourth grade. So, yeah, we've had a lot of time to go close.
Well, it's a good group, and I take that back. I asked Luca this. I'm going to ask you the same thing. So I'm going to go back to the state championship game, and a season that community will remember forever. And there's only one better way to make it a better feeling, and I think that that's a distinct possibility. But the question I had to him, take me from there. You're going home on the bus that night. You're a senior. Did you know right away that this team can get back there? Is it safe to say it's? I don't want to call it unfinished business because I don't think that's fair. You've said this. Every year is different, but what's going through your mind your senior year on that bus ride home coming up?
I mean, obviously a lot of emotion coming out from everyone on the bus ride home from that game. But I definitely think that game gave us a chip on our shoulder, and we had one more thing to prove that we couldn't finish last year, and I think that that's staying with us through this entire season.
Well, I think that's a great answer. Chip's a good word that you use there, but this team doesn't have anything to prove. That's my opinion. This team is as close knit, as well coached, as talented. I think proof is going to be how much better this team continues to get on this playoff run. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, it's different. We didn't have all 10 weeks to
Sure.
get better each week. So, I mean, I don't think we're as far along maybe
Right.
as we were last year at this point, but I mean, we definitely still got a ways to go and get even better than we already are.
Well, great answer. With Brady Brungard, player profile, Springfield Nation. We are the home of the Tigers and proud of it. WRS Insurance Solutions is the sponsor, and we'll have every playoff game on YSN Live. You can hop on and watch the Tigers. COVID hits. You're in your junior year. You just played in the state championship. That's a pretty great feeling for a kid going into a senior year. And then this craziness hits. Let's be honest, it's crazy. At a point there, you probably felt the same. I didn't think there was going to be a high school football season.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go through that. Your workouts are a lot. I talked with Sean a lot. You guys stayed close. You stayed, on streams, working out on your own.
Yeah.
How special is it for you that you were able to play a regular season and now a playoff run as a senior in these crazy times?
It's very special. I mean, I don't think there's anything else out there like high school football, and I was a little nervous and emotional about maybe not being able to have a season. But
Right.
then once we finally were able to, even with the shortened schedule and everything, all the regulations, I mean, me and everyone else on our team, and all the other teams, we were just so thankful and happy that we were able to have this season.
Well, that's a great answer. And I talked with Coach Guerriero. that's one of the things that I think he impressed me the most. He told me, I want to get your feel on this. He did not see much COVID taking much of a difference on this football team as you guys have gone throughout the year. Yeah, some things are changed. You guys get a great turnout, obviously with ticket limited at 15%. Those things have changed, but that's a credit that coach said to this senior group of keeping these guys focused on the task at hand. And let's be honest, now it's here. This has to be the fun time of the year for you as a senior to jump into this playoff run.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a struggle going through weeks 4, 5, and 6. I mean, we played some great opponents all year long, but those were some weeks that we had to grind to get through it. Looking forward to this moment right here that we have these next 6, 7 weeks that we have going for us. So we're all excited right now.
Let's hope it's a great 6 weeks. Let's hoist the trophy because again, I'm a pretty positive person. I kind of say what I feel. That folks, this team's talented enough to win a state championship, and you're one of those guys that will lead the way. So let's jump in. It's been a bye week. You've played football for a long, long time. It has to feel a little different. We talked off air. Talk about your bye week a little bit.
Yeah, it's very different now. Not being able to play this Friday or Saturday, but this week we've really been focusing on us as a team. Going back to some of the basics, and then just trying to get better without having the game. We've been lifting hard, running hard all week, just like I said, getting back to the basics, trying to do everything we can to get better.
Yeah, and Lucas mentioned it was nice, some of the bumps and bruises. Not that guys couldn't play, but it's nice to heal up, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But you'll play the winner of Western Reserve and Columbiana. I also said to him, I don't think you guys look at really who you're going to play. I see a team that kind of worries about the things you guys need to do. But talk about, you're a senior, you're the center, you're a captain, you're trying to win a state championship. You got a chance to play 3 home games. How nice is that in your senior play stretch for this football team?
It is. It's awesome. There's nothing like playing at home on a Friday night in front of the hometown crowd, and it's going to be awesome to get those 3 weeks and possibly 4. I'm not sure what they said.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that works. I think the state is still in the process of finding places to play, but you'll play all of them on that field at Springfield. That's
nice.
Yeah.
We'll gladly play them all at home. It's just get the hometown people in there. The crowd gets rocking. It's amazing.
Well, it's been a pleasure to interview you, be a part of this. I know your mom and dad are awful proud of you. On and off the field, you represent the Brungard family, number one, so well. Your brothers are the same. Your older brother, I'm sure, is still a huge part of it. He was a very good player and athlete. But my thing with you, Brady, is you represent Springfield community very well. Not only the football team, but the way you handle yourself on and off the field. But before I let you go, we're going to do a little rapid fire, some quick questions. And the first one is how I'm going to lead it off with Lucas. Coach is a cousin of mine, Coach Guerriero. So one word to describe Coach Guerriero.
Goofball.
I like it. See, now you're more on my terms. Lucas said interesting, which I could see too. He does some interesting things, Brady. Yeah. I did a coach's corner with him, and his son shut the lights off. He did it in the dark. So goofball is a good answer. Your favorite color Gatorade?
Blue.
Okay. Lucas was the same answer. That must be a Springfield thing, blue. This was a good – I'm curious here. Lucas's answer was a good one, but it was off the – favorite class at Springfield?
Favorite class? I've always been a big history guy.
Okay.
I just like learning about –
favorite teacher? Is it history teacher, favorite teacher? Shout out to favorite teacher.
I'm not sure if I have a favorite teacher. I'd probably say Coach Guerriero. Gets me out of study hall.
2 for Coach Guerriero, so he must be a good guy. We're okay there. All right. Favorite college football team?
Ohio State.
I like it. Favorite pro football team?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Man, is that like a Springfield thing too, Luke? Hey, see, I'm a Browns fan, so again,
Yeah, I mean we're pretty much split over out here, so close
okay,
to Cleveland, close to Pittsburgh. So
but you've beaten, as a Steeler fan, beaten the Browns your whole life, so that's a good feeling.
yeah.
Let's see here. What does Brady want to do after his years at Springfield High? Do you see yourself playing college football? I do.
Yes, I would. I'm looking to play at the next level. I'm not quite sure where or what I'm gonna go into schooling for, but I would definitely like to play ball at the next level.
Well, that's an awesome answer. All right, this has been a good interview. So I don't use one a lot, but you're my dude, man. You are the center, like the lineman, the nasty. Shout out to any Springfield girl or girl out there in Brady's life. You want to shout one out?
Oh no, I don't really have anyone.
All right, you just take care of the business on the football field and all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff. Take care of it. All right, last one, and I think I know how you're going to give me this answer. Your biggest role model in football?
My biggest role model. Do you mean like my
Who's your
favorite
go
NFL?
football? Somebody you lean on heavily.
Like, wait, I'm confused. Like NFL player, like.
Yeah, just in your everyday life, just in the life as a football player for you. If there's some football questions or concerns, who you going to?
I would probably have to say my dad.
Yeah, and that's
My dad, or maybe my uncle. But I mean, my
okay.
uncle lives in Florida, so
That's
my
okay.
dad's definitely my
But those
go-to.
are two good answers. Again, your dad is that. I'm sure the football knowledge that the Brungard boys love to have, and that's. But I know that more importantly, the most important thing for you is that he's a good dad. I know that, and
Yeah.
that's makes this whole situation with you and your brother to hopefully get a state championship for Springfield Nation come true. So, on behalf of DJ and myself, Brady, and all of us at YSN, like I said, Friday night. Well, now it's going to be Saturdays, right?
Yeah, Saturdays.
You got to wait another day next week. Now you'll play the
I
winner of
know.
Western Reserve in Columbiana. I'm at the studio for our Audible show and the scoreboard show, but I will be choosing to watch the Springfield Tigers next Saturday night. But again, thanks for all you do for Springfield community, your football team as a leader on that awesome offensive line, and 1 week at a time, and let's go win a state championship for a great.
That's our goal. Thank you for having me. I very much so appreciate it.
All righty, Brady. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
All righty.